Hey everyone. Now they want to get out. Yeah, they're loud. Yeah, they're getting in the crate. Trying to let them figure out that they can't just holler and get their way. This one's still putting on the show down here. Thanks, Tony. Hey, Carlos. Y'all better be playing. All right, gonna put the tunnel in there soon. And they attack the tunnel. Yes, they're growing up fast, getting bigger. They love the tunnel. Now they're all listening. For some reason they love that tunnel. Now they're all finding something to chew on. Hey everyone, welcome. Petro. We got a whiny one in the front wanting me to get him out. You will after a while. They want to have their own people, and it's hard to give them all the attention they need. Thanks, Pro. They're playing rough. They got their first shots today. They got their first vaccination, so they'll start going outside next week. Buster, these are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels, but they changed the name about 30 years ago to just Brittany's. They love the tunnel. Hi everyone, welcome. They're all trying to figure out who's the alpha. Yep, puppies are awake. Yeah, last night they went to bed about 8:40. They were starting to get tired. We got a couple of them in the tunnels. There's two down here in the tunnel. Hey, Fred. And then just jumping on it like dog pile. And just carrying the ball around. Growled so loud it got his voice. These are puppies that we raised, Pro. Audrey. Hey, y'all. Marta. Love when they carry a ball around. It's like WWE wrestling. There's still a couple of them in the tunnels. Mama's doing great. She's outside taking a break. She's pretty much through feeding them. The Royal Rumble, yep. Whew. You got your hands full then, John. Hey, Julie, Louise. The Stormbreakers, you're busy then with all that. Hey everyone, welcome. This up. Let's put the crate back in. Love how they pile into the crate when I put it in there. This is a sweet boy here. See his little face. He's spoiled too. There's another little boy. He's a whiny one. They got little polka dots on the legs. They just want me to pick them up now. Yep, they just call Brittany's now. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. Hey, Mark. Hey, Taco Bell. Over, Lover. Yep. Northern. They're just liver ones. That's the color, liver. They like to play peekaboo around the crate. They like to go in and play and chase each other and bark at each other. We're from Georgia. We put a snuffle mat in there. So we put a snuffle mat in there, give them something else to play with and smell. I have to stay still, though they know I'm here. Hey everyone, these are Brittany's. Hey KG, Ashley, Sunday. These are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. They changed the name to just Brittany's. Brittany's. Yep, thanks for everyone joining. These are Brittany's. They're playing around, learning new things. just want me to pick them up. Hey everyone, yeah, these are Brittany's. Used to be called Brittany Spaniels, now they just call them Brittany's. They just all want me to pick them up now. Y'all been watching, that's the whiny one from earlier. These are Brittany's. Yeah, they're different breeds. They're 5 weeks, gonna be 6 weeks Monday. They had their first shots today, their vaccinations. This one is a real whiny one. He's been that way since he was a puppy. He wants your attention right now. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Erica, Braxton, Violet, Sunday, Sarah. Thank y'all for joining. Now you get to watch them prance around. There's a couple of them in the tunnel, in the crate playing. Hey Jan, thanks. They're learning that the crate's a good thing. We'll put the tunnel back in there in a little bit. Hey Sylvia. piling in the crate. That's a good thing. They're attacking the crate. These are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. Hey everyone, welcome. Thanks, Sunday. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. We're getting them used to the crate. Yeah, normally he's not that aggressive. He's like now wants to be alpha. You see him over here now. This one's alpha here. Whoever can get the loudest. They're Brittany's. Yep, he's a bully. That's the alpha. They're trying to be the alpha. And they're all running behind the crate. Hey Penny, how Violet? Yeah, they're all good size, got good weight on them. Had their health check today. They all came out great from the vet. And they got their first vaccinations. So next week we'll start taking them outside on the grass and those type of things. Hey everyone. Hey Cheryl, Casey, Gina. Thank y'all for joining. They're all trying to see who can growl the loudest and bark the loudest. And of course they're trying to chew everything up. As you can see, all the teeth right here. Who has the meanest growl? Hey Redbox. So they're all trying to figure out who has the meanest growl. We're gonna put the crate on the tunnel. We're gonna put the tunnel back in there for them so they can see the tunnel. Hey Snell. Hey Debbie. Okay, time to get out of the tunnel. Time to get out. What are y'all doing? Okay, get out. As you can tell, the tunnel is a big hit. Got to clean up an accident. Woo, 7 dogs. Hey, Susan. So they're all attacking the tunnel. We try to give them different things every night to get used to, change the setting. Somebody got hurt. Somebody biting too hard. Of course, this one wants this toy here. Hey everyone, welcome. They're 5 weeks. They'll be 6 weeks next Monday. They had their first vaccinations today and got checked out by the vet. Hey Victoria. They're almost 6 weeks old, 3 days. They had their vet check today. Everything came out good, and they had their first vaccinations. Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Put the ball back, y'all. The crate. Hi everyone, glad y'all here. Watching the puppies get used to this crate. Hey Joyce, hey Sonia, Rita. Yeah, they had kind of messed it up, so I had to take it away. We'll have to wash it. And there's one in the tunnel, in the crate, sleeping or laying down, starting to sleep. And they're all starting to maybe get a little tired. Mama's doing great. She didn't want anything to do with them today. I think she's done with them. They got these teeth. Yeah, they love all the toys. The monkey's a good tug-of-war toy because it has like a rope almost. So sometimes we have, like last week, we had a bark box they opened and got to play with the toys. They're playing peekaboo in here. Yeah, they're starting to get tired. They're about 35 minutes in, 40 minutes in. Yeah, you'd have to go to our website, Brandy. It's Hilltop Kennel. None of these are for sale. Nope, all these are reserved. We already have a waiting list of about 5 people for the next litter. All these will be sold. Yeah, we usually have a litter when we have a wait list of about 5 or 6. And by the time they're born, we'll have a wait list of 7 or 8. So usually it's a litter size is about 7 to 10, somewhere in there. We'll have to take up all this tonight and wash it. These are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels, but now they just call them Brittany's. Thanks, Snail Mail. We try to do it a couple times a week. We've been kind of consistent here the last couple of nights. So these are doggy pads here that we can take up and wash. They got their tails holded up high. If I can growl the loudest, I'm the biggest. They used to call them Brittany Spaniels, but they changed the name in the 90s. Thanks, Victoria. Emma, hey, they're starting to get a little tired. It's about 40 minutes in, so they start getting tired and start wanting to take naps. So our main goal is to introduce the crate as something fun. So they'll go in the crate and start sleeping. That way when they go there for forever homes, it'll be something they know. Hey everyone. Yeah, they're starting to quiet that. Well, never mind. They're getting all fired up again. Hey Melissa. Hey Jackie. The Darkness King, Samurai, Melinda, Tessa, Jackie. Thank y'all for joining. Better than watching TV. Hey M. Me. Yeah, we're having fun. watching puppies, getting used to the crate, having different fun things. Yeah, these are very similar, but they don't call them. They don't have the spaniel name anymore. Hey Daisy, Mr. Four, Jamie, thank y'all for joining. Watching them run around, see who's the biggest and baddest and can bark and growl the loudest. She said, I've had enough of that. Yeah, they're called Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels in the 1980s. They took the spaniel off. I think she's nope, that's a boy. It's behind the crate. There they come. Yep, they're already seeing who's the boss. Yeah, if I call them, they'll all come. Yeah, they're kind of chilling out. Yeah, they're all figuring out how to be dogs, fit into the pack, having fun. They're starting to slow down a little bit and go to sleep. Well, say that, and then they do all that. Oh yeah, we hunt ours. All of ours hunt. The mom hunts, the dad hunts. We have a couple more, and they all hunt. Yeah, they're bred to hunt. Ours are. We do. If you go to our YouTube channel, we have training videos on how to hunt, train dogs, how to train puppies, how we raise puppies. We got our first Brittany in 1991. So that's a long time ago. All our dogs are show champions also, and hunt them. These are Brittany's, Angelina. Used to be called Brittany Spaniels, but they're just called Brittany's now. That one's pawing at that one. Thanks, Angelina. Yeah, they're pretty versatile. Our mom and dads are about 30 to 40 pounds, so they're kind of a smaller dog. Peekaboo over here. Run around the crate. They'll go to sleep here soon. Hey Maeve, hey Miss. Eddie, yep, they will. They should be falling out here soon, going to sleep. This is about the longest they've ever stayed up. Usually it's about 40 minutes. Yeah, it's a lot of work having puppies. As you can tell, you got to do a lot of cleaning. This will be taken up tonight and washed. Thank you, Jamie. And they'll just about tear up everything. Yeah, they're good bird hunters. We use them a good bit. Yeah, I think Pickle Boy, you're probably talking about the liver ones or the brown ones, the darker ones. The liver is the dark color. The other color is called orange. And they're starting to go to sleep a little bit here. Starting to get tired. They're really rough housing right here. Woo. Whoever can. They'll be 6 weeks old this coming Monday. Yeah, they're all having fun. They're starting to settle up a little bit here. Thanks, we're on a couple nights a week. No, they're all sold, Bonnie. We already have a wait list for our next litter. We start making wait lists and then we have puppies. As you can tell, they're starting to slow down just a little bit. Thanks everyone for joining. Their mom is 2.5, going on 3 maybe. Yeah, they're really cute. And they're not so cute when you get them home because they are, you know, of course, got their little teeth. And you got to teach them. Got to give them some order. Hey, Nora. Hey, Doris. Laura. Lowry. Elijah. Thank y'all for joining. Yeah, they're having a big time playing right now. Love how they get in the crate and start going to sleep. That's what we want. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, we think we're working on some cute ones. Both parents are show champions. Then we also hunt them. We do all the health testing on the parents. That's recommended by the American Brittany Club before they can have puppies. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Just watching these puppies. I think I'm gonna turn the crate around a little bit so we can see inside of it a little bit more. See the two liver ones sticking their heads out. And the one's got a ball over here carrying it around. They're good retrievers. No, it's their second litter. So you can tell they're starting to get tired. Yeah, Mama's done good. Her first litter, she had 7 too. This litter, she had 7. We had a dog. That just ran into the fence. We had a dog last year, the year before, had 14. And we raised all 14, so we were happy. This one's looking for trouble, trying to sneak around. Thanks, Red Fox, Oscar, Francisco. We have another litter we should have in about 2 months. We have a wait list already of 6 people for that litter. And normally Brittany's have about 6 to 10 puppies in a litter, just depending. We let our vet decide, you know, if the mom recuperated from having her puppies, those type of things. But we've been doing this, got my first Brittany in 1991. They'll eventually stop playing, Eddie. You can go to our website Elijah. It's Hilltop Brittany Kennel. We have an application process and all that. They're showing their teeth here. Dogs are very visual, so they're showing their teeth. Yeah, we've had dogs go to Dominican Republic. We do have the natural bobtail, but some of them their tails are docked after they're born. We do a banding process, which is no blood or cutting. That's the per standard of the AKC Brittany's. I love how you start seeing them interact with each other. They're showing their teeth. When they show their teeth to each other, that means that's a visual sign to this. Oh yeah, we play with them. As you can tell, if I started calling them, they would all run to this fence. But also I want them to be independent and not have to have me. Because when it's crate time, it's crate time. The best thing you can do for a puppy is give it crate time and let it stay there. I train dogs also. Oscar, Asar, I think. So on our YouTube channel, we also have training videos. There's 4 boys and 3 girls. And the brown is called Liver, Jackie. The 4 orange is the right color, but the brown they call Liver. And you can have some different, you can have a tricolor, which has all 3 colors, and then you can also have a roan. How many dogs do I have? Not counting these puppies, I have 6. But we hunt them, so we use them to hunt. This one is more of the boss here of the orange. And the liver one, that liver one's a female and she's an alpha too. As you can tell, he's trying to be the boss here. And of course they play. Pop and jump. They're starting to get tired. Hey everyone, welcome. Hey Kenneth, hey Bill, hey Crane. EMG. EMG, we take care of all our dogs. If you buy a dog from us, you have to sign a contract saying you'll give the dog back to us. If you don't want to see this, move on. We're raising purebred dogs for a purpose. We just don't breed to breed. These are Brittany's. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels. They changed the name in the 1980s. Now they're just Brittany's. They should weigh between 30 and 40 pounds. Yep, we try to teach them to go to the crate, that it's a good thing. So we start crate training them before they go home. They got about another 3 weeks before they'll start going home. And these are playing peekaboo behind the crate. Hey, Jackie. These are Brittany's again. These should be called Brittany Spaniels, but they should be no more than about 30 or 40 pounds. No, this is all we have is Brittany's. I hunt them, train dogs. I hunt these, and we also show them. Mom and Dad are both show champions in this litter. Pretty much every dog we have, except for one, is not a show champion. But she's won in the show ring. We just didn't. We haven't put the time into showing her. So now they're all starting to go to sleep. We'd like for them to sleep in the crate, get used to that. It's a good place to be. Yeah, it's almost bedtime. About 9:30, we put them to bed, turn all the lights off. We actually play music while they're sleeping. Yes, it is, lady bug. We start training them at 12 weeks as far as gun acclimation and introducing birds. And then they really start hunting around 1.5, 2 years old, depending on how fast they pick it up. But now they're playing peekaboo around the crate with each other. So we turn all the lights off about 9:30. Yeah. Turn the lights off, put them to bed, wake them up at 4:30 or 5 and feed them. No, they don't all sleep in that crate. There's another area over here that they sleep in. This is one of the play areas here. As you can tell, we can take up all this flooring and wash it because we have to wash it every day. We start crate training next week. Potty training next week. But we have 2 more crates in the other crate that this one doesn't have a door on it. The other ones have a door. So we got in the crate 4. Yeah, I think there's 4 in there. And this one heard me talking, so it came out. They really want us to hold them a lot, so we try to make them where they don't whine and get their way. We feed Purina puppy chow and we wet it down. And as they get older, we lower the water where it's not as moist. And then Mom is a really good mom. By the time she was weaning them at 4 weeks, they were just huge. Yeah, they're a small pointing breed. Some people call them pocket pointers because they're really small, but they're hunting dogs also. They usually are pretty natural retrievers. I'm not gonna say they're like a lab, but they retrieve really good. As you can tell, they want to naturally pick something up, like that one's trying to pick that ball up. See, it's already picked the ball up and carrying it. It's just pretty natural. They had their vet check today and their first shots. Yeah, I guess they could. Bliss Angel. Hey, Jennifer. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks, Angelina. We've been doing it since the 90s. We made a lot of mistakes, but we figured out a lot of stuff too. I got my first one in 91. Her name is Daisy. I have a picture of her painted above my bed. And I started quail hunting, training dogs. And that's how I started. And then people wanted the dogs I had, so I started raising puppies for people. Didn't always do the right things. Finally figured out about all the health testing and stuff. So started doing all that, which it wasn't a big thing until later on. So we try to do all that right now. Oh, you'd have to look on our website. There's different prices. They can be anywhere from $800 to $3,000 for these puppies, depending on the mom and dad's titles. Like all our parents are show champions pretty much. And we do all the health testing on the parents. Doesn't guarantee you everything, but at least you're starting out with healthy parents. We also do DNA testing on all our dogs. So all of ours have the embark test, DNA testing. That orange one just laid on the liver ones you were talking about earlier. So all our dogs have all the health tests required by the American Brittany Club. So yes, there's a lot of dogs in the dog pound. Yes, there's a lot of dogs that get, but we try to do it right. So these are Brittany's, Deborah. They used to be called Brittany Spaniels, but the name changed in the 1980s to just Brittany's, but people still call them Brittany Spaniels. It's not the end of the world if they do, but they are a pointing breed. Spaniels are more associated with flushing, and they don't flush necessarily like a cocker would or something like that. They're more of a pointer. Hey, Civil. Yeah, it's about bedtime for these beauties. They go to bed between 9 and 10 o'clock. We're Eastern time. They go to bed and I get up about 4:30 and feed them. They eat about 5. Yeah, they've been playing hard for about an hour, so they're kind of exhausted. And as you know, dogs sleep a long time. They sleep probably 18, 20 hours a day. The rest of the time they're playing like this, or they're eating or drinking or chewing on something. So these babies will go to sleep. We'll turn all the lights off, make sure they know what night and day is, turn on the TV to where it plays some kind of music. Tomorrow morning, we'll get them up at about 5 o'clock and feed them. And then it's potty time. Yeah, it's their bedtime. They usually go to bed between 9 and 10. Or it's peaceful time of watching the show here, Angelina. Hey, Gary. It's that peaceful time. I can't, what, there's how many in the 2, 4, there's 4 in the crate sleeping. Thank y'all for joining tonight, though. We try to come on a couple times a week. We've been on pretty much every night this week because people have wanted us to come on. Some of the people that watch this are these puppies' owners. They'll pick them up in a couple weeks. Like I said, today they went and had their health check. They had their vaccinations, and the vet checked them out. They all checked out good. They do a little heart check on them, see if their heart sounds good. And they get a shot. And they're all quiet right now. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks, Valerie. We're just watching these puppies sleep. They were going crazy earlier. Now they're kind of chilling out. Yeah, we had one puppy that was very questionable. He was called Shrimp. He was born really small, and we tube fed him. He made it, and now he lives in Florida, and he does great. We're in Georgia. Thanks, Angelique. Yep, Hilltop Brittany Kennel is our kennel name. We've been doing it a long time. Thanks, Gary. We'll be back on for sure Sunday night. Sunday night's usually our 2-hour night. If we do it a couple times during the week, we try to do about an hour. But they're starting to stay up a little bit longer and play harder. No, don't live. Nope, don't live in Lamptown. Yep, our care does. We have a lot of success stories. People take them home and say it made their life so much easier. Because we start crate training them. We'll be vacuuming around the pen, those type of things. Just getting them used to the whole process of living in a house with people. And then we start potty training them. They're not potty trained when they leave us, but we get that foundation. We live in Georgia, about the middle of the state. Mom got them woke up when she came in. Yep, that was Mom. She came in, got in her crate. She can get to them over in their other crate. There's a gate she can jump over, but she hasn't been over there today. She doesn't really want to feed them. Thank y'all for joining. We're going to end here in about 5 minutes so they can go to sleep. We're going to put them in their other crate, their sleeping crate. Yeah, they're out again. Yeah. Yeah, they were hard. They played hard for about 50 minutes, and since the last 20, they've been kind of going out. And at one time, we had 4 in the crate there sleeping on top of each other, but we're fixing to move them to their crate at night. They'll be back up tomorrow morning at 5 to eat. And then tomorrow afternoon, they eat at 5. And we do the whole process over again. Hi, everyone. Like I said, we got about 4 minutes and we will end this. And just watching some peaceful sleep. We got to turn their music on for tonight. I'm gonna go turn it on for them now. Their music on the TV. As you can tell, they hear their sleepy music. No, we don't post, but just at night. Yeah, one has the frog legs. But as you can tell, you hear the music. That's our sleepy music for them to go to sleep. Here's some frog legs here. You can tell that one hasn't missed a meal. We'll be back on for sure Sunday night, maybe Saturday night, not sure yet. We've been on pretty much every night this week. Hey Terry, hey Joyce, Samia, Deborah. We're going to be ending this in a minute and a half, 2 minutes. We got to let the rest of our dogs out to go potty before I go to bed. So we put on our sleepy music for them to sleep all night. And like I said, they had their vet check tonight. And everything went good. They got their first vaccination, so they're starting their process. Thanks, Angelina. Yeah, sometimes they'll have Mickey Mouse on their back. Sometimes they'll have just different little symbols. Some of them have a little heart on their head. Oh yeah, they all get different patterns. We have some that are solid white. Don't have hardly a pattern. Then we have some that have a saddle on their back. Like the whole back might be that orange color with no white all the way here. Looks like they've got a saddle. Hey, Ann. Yep, playing with that teddy bear. Thanks a lot for joining. We'll be back on for Sunday night for sure. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern. We usually stay on for about 2 hours. We'll be back. Yeah, they all get different patterns on their back, Deborah. It's not there. I don't think there's two alike. And our dogs have a lot of freckles. So as they get older, you'll start seeing freckles on their face and on their legs. They start getting little freckles. And some of them you can already tell on their nose and stuff, they're getting freckles. And some don't get freckles. You can tell on this one's foot here, he's starting to get little freckles on his leg. All right, thank y'all for joining. We're going to end this in about 20 seconds so I can put them in their nighttime crate. They're probably going to wake up a little bit, but it's definitely sleepy time for them. As you can hear our puppy music playing. Thank y'all again for joining. We will see y'all for sure Sunday night. Might be on tomorrow night, but don't want to guarantee it.